this community is so helpful, so important. You find a lot of help. We find best friends in this community.
There's so much out there. There's so much abundance of success that we all can have a part in, right? And just to see everybody succeed, isn't that like the best feeling?
I'm
Thank
so
you.
hyped up. I want to like go and do something big. I'm gonna go find a property to buy.
Hey, this is Neeti, and what you're about to hear today is a very special episode with one of the members from our portfolio program.
We call these Sensei Sessions. These interviews are designed to give you perspective about what you can achieve with the right strategies and execution.
I hope you enjoy this episode, and for free resources, check out our show notes section to see how you can build and scale your portfolio.
We're gonna start with tell us who you are, what you do for a living, where you're based, and where you invest. Give us your portfolio size too.
I'm Yolanda. I am a normal person that always liked real estate. He was born in Venezuela. I have a chemistry degree in there. I used to work for the oil company and the food industry. And when I came to the States, when my country got so crazy with the government and I didn't want to stay there, I came here and I started two businesses that didn't go well. And then I always liked the esthetician and the beauty business. So I got my licenses and I started working there. But before I came, I've been always investing in real estate. And before I came, I had bought, along with my sister in a partnership, 3 properties and another one by mine and my husband, yes. And I always wanted it, it's always in my mind, I like real estate. I have these properties. I have to leverage. But never knew how to do it. Never knew. And that's when I started looking. I got books. I started looking for education. I got courses and all of that until I found this program. And now, well, I have, from my previous investments, I have about $600,000 in equity. And with these 2 houses that I have now, they're going to be sold. I don't know if that counts as A or B. Now they are mine. They are mine. So it's like 4,000 more. It would be almost
400.
about $1 million. Yeah.
Yeah, you crossed 1 million. Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
Fantastic.
I live in Miami. I invest in Texas.
Awesome.
Mm.
Great, great. If you look back at when you were just thinking about real estate investing versus today, how has it changed you? How has building wealth changed you as a person? What is you 2.0?
I've always been a real estate investor, but I never called myself a real estate investor. I didn't think of that. I had those properties and they cash flow now, and which helped me a lot. But my change after the program is that now I really am a real estate investor. And I have those properties. I bought them like 12, 14 years ago, and I was stuck with those. I wasn't growing, and I knew I could grow, but I didn't know how. Now I know, and I'm growing. That's the difference. I feel much more secure, and I know where to go. And if I have questions, I have people to help me.
I love
That's
that.
my
Yes. And
difference.
instead of you just buying some properties, now you are a full-on real estate investor. That's the feeling you have now. I love that. And I love that you said that you feel safe about, is that what you said? Did you use the word safe or did I?
Yes, I
Sometimes we
didn't
hear
know
something that we want to hear, but
for
you,
for for 12 years I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to grow.
yeah.
I was scared. How do I do it? And now I have this community and I have my accountability partner and I can ask anyone about how do I do it? How can I get it? Any questions and we get the help we need. I was lost before the program.
Yeah, I love that. Love, love, love that. As you think about your next level that you're at right now, has it led to the shedding of some of the things that maybe you grew up with, some of the things that you were trained to do or think? Are there cycles that you have broken without even trying to go that direction?
I had those properties. I bought them cash, all of them. And because that's my culture. We don't get into so much debt. We just buy, you save the money, and when you have it, you buy. But that has been my big change. Knowing how to leverage those properties that I have for such a long time. I always wanted to do it, but I didn't know how to do it. And that has been my big change, my big learning.
Love that. Yes. And I mean, leveraging your money, buying properties cash versus buying them leveraged is a phenomenal game change for real estate investors, and really a big learning curve, right? With commercial financing, especially because there's no end to how much you can scale this business once you learn the ins and outs of commercial finance. So that's awesome. When you first started investing and you were narrowing down your neighborhood and you were trying to build a team, how did you accelerate that process?
For me, it was also, I'm not going to say long process, but it took me a while. I followed the program to find my neighborhood, but in my mind, I wanted it to be either Florida because it's where I live, or Texas because my son lives there and I have a lot of friends there. The states that I know are Florida and then Texas. I don't know the other state. And I started in San Antonio, in Texas. I found a really good realtor, but I wasn't feeling very comfortable because it was so far away, and I wanted to be close to my area. And then I came to Jacksonville. I went to Jacksonville. I liked it, and I found a realtor, and I made like 1,000 analysis. I don't know how many, and I made like 20, 25 offers, and I didn't win any of them. Then my accountability partner, which is Elaine, she was investing in Texas, and she asked me, why don't you come to San Antonio, Yolanda, again? I'm investing in San Antonio and I'm finding properties. Then I said, okay, and let me give it a try. And I went and I started looking again in San Antonio, and I found the perfect property. Yeah, the first one I saw, the numbers were good, everything was good, and I went for that, and I got the offer, and I could lower the price, and everything was going perfect. The day before closing, my lender noticed that the ARV that I was estimating was like $40,000 more than they found. And we started, my realtor and I, what happened? My realtor, found that the square footage was 400 square feet less than what it was advertised, at least.
Yes.
So
I remember that. We talked about that. Yes.
yeah, I dropped the offer, but my first feeling was I feel so frustrated after so many months looking for help. I feel so frustrated, and my realtor said, "Listen, this is part of the business. Let's go. You're right. You're right. Let's go and look for more." And then I started looking for more until I found this dude that I was looking for births, but the numbers were matching. And then Elaine told me, why don't you flip them? If they don't,
Yeah.
if they don't work for birth, why don't you flip them? And I have to switch my mind again. Okay, maybe we did the numbers. My realtor, who is very experienced with flips also, she helped me. And that's how I got two at a time, two properties at a time.
And you and Elaine did a JV together
Yes,
to do that flip.
One
That
of
is
them, well,
fantastic.
one of those is a JV with Elaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this house was when I saw the property, Elaine went. We met there in San Antonio. Elaine asked me if she could come with me and see the properties and meet my realtor. And I said, of course, let's go. When I saw the property at the beginning, it was too much for me because it was a house that someone bought and was adding rooms and adding living space. And they didn't finish. So it had no roof, no floors, no nothing, only the plumbing was done. And
Yeah.
I said, no, 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 this is too much for me. I go every Sunday call and need it, repeat us, don't go with for something that is very complicated for your first deal. And this is too complicated for my first deal. And Elaine was there, Elaine and Matt were there, they were
Okay,
looking at the
we
number.
talked about Elaine so much. Elaine, I'm gonna spotlight you. Come on in here for
Yeah,
just a second.
she's my partner.
Yeah, so you guys ended up JVing together,
Yeah,
which
she
is
she she
awesome.
and Matt were doing the numbers and seeing the property and saying and saying this look good, this look good. But it was too much for me. I told them I can run without learning how to walk first.
Yeah.
It is too much for me. And they say, what if we JV? And then I say, okay, if I go with you, you have the experience, and then I'll be going. Yes, and that's
Yeah.
how I did it.
Yeah. Yeah, Elaine, so you and Yolanda were accountability partners and then somehow
Yeah.
ended up JVing together. That's awesome.
So we met Yolanda at BRRRCon. She came up to us and said, "Oh, can I sit next to you guys at the table?" And that's when the relationship started. So the friendship started. And okay, Yolanda's being too nice because when she came to San Antonio, we met her in San Antonio, and really it was all just about helping Yolanda. We just wanted to just help, like just walk through the process. And we had stuff to do in San Antonio too, because we had two other properties there. But um, but Yolanda's like, well, here's a list of properties. We're gonna go see this. I didn't know what the plan was that day. And she's like, if you see any properties you like, take one. And I was like, oh no, this is for you. We are gonna, look for you. And she looked at these properties. We walked about like 5 properties, and she was like, but these don't work for BRRRR. And I said, yeah, it doesn't work for BRRRR, but it works for flips. And I think it
Mm-hmm.
took about maybe over lunch, then you switched your mindset. She like switched her mindset and said, okay, I'm going to flip. And I said, yeah, let's do it. You do it. You do it. But then we did talk about JVing on that second property because it was a lot of work for that property. And that's how we ended up working together.
That is awesome. And you know the great thing is everything you're learning here with the scale framework and BRRRR, you can execute a flip with the same concept. BRRRR is more forgiving, of course, but flips, you use the exact same framework, exact same skills. So love that, and love that you guys came together, met at BRRRCon, and then ended up doing a deal together. That is awesome. So
That is
good.
why I say this community is so helpful, so important. That is the most important part. You find a lot of help. And I can say more. My best friends, we find best friends in this community.
And you know, I really I don't say this lightly. I feel like it's really fortunate that we're able to attract such amazing people here, and it continues to grow in the right way. And we've been so blessed and fortunate, and I feel like it's a privilege to be attracting and working with the right people. And I really appreciate what you're saying so much.
I do want to say, like, everybody here, I mean, and it's Pelicaniti, it's you guys. You guys are the ones who really brought us together, right? These are people here who have really good intentions, you know? There's not like anybody here who, I hate to use the word gatekeeping or a gatekeeper, because I've found, lots of investors who do that. They just don't really want to share, but why? There's so much out there. There's so much abundance of success that we all can have a part in, right? And just to see everybody succeed, isn't that like the best feeling? I mean, for me, it is.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's a
absolutely.
great community. Thanks, Palette.
Yeah, thank you for popping in, Elaine. I appreciate it. I'd love to know, what's your vision? Where do you want to be? What's the big vision that you have? If you see yourself 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
I want to be a full-time real estate soon. Quit my job and just do this. And yeah, keep scaling, and at some point soon be being financial, time, and location free.
Yes, I love that.
How powerful do you feel from what you have pulled together from this community?
The power of making my own decisions. I don't have to wait for someone to tell me what to do, what time to do it, for how long to do it. I decide what I want to do. That's simple, like that.
Powerful, right? That really is.
Yes.
There are people all in our lives who are, and we talked about it, they're not sure what we're doing. Maybe they are sure, but they don't know where to get help. Maybe you have friends. Maybe there are people who may want to join a program like this and just don't know, right? They don't know. So can you finish the sentence and help them understand, right? I almost didn't join this program because. So I almost didn't join the program because.
In my case, you're gonna laugh. But
I want to laugh.
but well, I did a 5-day challenge, and when I saw I had to create a web page and I have to create a domain, and Karine, I think it was the lady who was talking to me,
Yeah, Karen,
and
yeah.
she asked me, "What do you think?" And I said, "It's overwhelming." And she said, "Why? I have to create a web page. I don't know what to do that. I don't want to do that." Then she said, "You don't need that to start. You can start without that." Okay, then I joined.
That's funny.
It is
Why-
a lot simpler than that, right? I mean,
Than that.
honestly, it's not that it's easy, but it's a lot simpler. So thank you.
Maybe it's about real estate. Maybe it's about productivity. Maybe it's about something that you're doing, something that somebody can execute right away after watching this. Is there any advice you can give them?
Them to the calls on Wednesday and Sunday because they help so much. If at sometimes that's what kept me in my long, well, not long, but more than everybody journey, kept me because I was coming every Sunday and every Wednesday to the calls. We find help. We always learn something you're gonna learn, and get your accountability partner. If you don't have it yet, that
Right.
helps so much. And ask questions, and you're always going to learn. And don't feel discouraged if you don't get it at the first month. You're gonna get it eventually. If you keep working, if you keep analyzing deals, you're gonna get it.
Seriously, incredible. Thank
inspired.
you. Yes.
I'm
thank
so
you.
hyped up. I want to go and do something big. I'm going to go find a property to buy.
Yeah, go do that. Actually, let's all do that. Let's go do some deep deal dives. Let's do it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
When you're ready to get serious, you can join us at theinvestoraccelerator.com.
It's like getting 1,000 episodes worth of information in 5 days, and it's everything you need to build your actionable plan to financial freedom and making work optional.